Okay, Flosstube. We're going on take 6 now of this video. So I've pretty much decided what I film at this point is going online because I can't keep doing this. My 2-year-old probably has about another 30 minutes of nap left. So I gotta just film and go. So yes, so it is Saturday, September 24th. I'm recording my 5th video, hopefully this time. If you watch my 4th video, you will know that I said I was not coming back until my baby announcement got finished. So I'm happy to say the baby announcement got finished. And I will show it to you right now. I will admit that even after my last video, my stitchy bug was gone probably for several more weeks. It was several more weeks before I stitched anything consistently more than like 50, 60 stitches at a time. So, but when I realized that my trip to Florida was coming up in a matter of just about 3 or 4 weeks, I realized I needed to get this done because I'm bringing it with me. I'm flying to Florida next Saturday for my sister's wedding, and I will be bringing this project with me to give to my friend who has the baby. So I'm just going to show it to you, like how I'm going to give it to her, and then I'll take it apart. So I got this shadow box. Excuse the glare. So I got this, shadow box. It was either at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. It was one of those. And it was one of the few, like, appropriate, I think it was the only, like, appropriate shadow box I could find. Something that was white and would look good in a nursery, and I didn't have to do too much to. So I'm going to take the actual project out so it won't glare and you can see things close up. So this is it. I am so excited about this. If you guys have been watching my videos, I've had a love-hate relationship with this project. And it's not that there was anything specific that I hated about it. I liked it, but I think it took me a lot out of my comfort zone. And so it frustrated me. But I think in the end, that's something we need if we're gonna progress as stitchers, is to kind of get out of our comfort zone. So I'm going to show you a couple things. Most of these pieces you saw as I was stitching them, obviously before I cut them out, and I've added the beads and the memory thread. I think there have been people who have been asking questions on other people's videos about the memory thread, so I'll show you a little bit of that as well. I'm going to try to do close-ups. I have not learned yet how to take close-up pictures and insert them. I film with my laptop, so I need to learn to do that, but it's not going to be for this video. So let me kind of explain things. So the background, I think when I did my last video, I had talked about using a fabric background because I couldn't find paper that would be big enough to cover the 14 inches. This is 14 inches across, and scrapbook paper comes 12 inches. So I thought about it, and then I didn't know how I would adhere it, and so I kind of thought of this idea of having, like, since it's a clothesline, having like a sky and a ground. And then I just saw the yellow, and thought that would be kind of neat. And then it was all just kind of stuff I picked as I was at the store. I saw the washi tape and thought that would be neat. So I put the background together. I could not actually find a shadow box that was long enough that I could hang everything on the clothesline. So if you see the pattern, all of these, the lamb and the little flower basket, are all on the clothesline. And I think really in order to do that, I think you would have to have, at least as far as what I had to choose from, I think you would almost have to have a custom sized frame. And you couldn't really use a regular frame for this because it's three-dimensional. You can see that these things are three-dimensional. So I mean, I like this. I think it turned out really, really well. I really couldn't be happier with it. And I think it'll fit well. And it's still like good dimensions. It's not going to be really awkward to hang. So I'm going to try to bring these in. So like this flower, this is one, 2 leaves, and then this flower piece are separate, and I glued them all on top of each other with like a clear craft glue, and then there's these little bead elements that are loops. I did learn a valuable lesson with these flowers. And if you're doing any project like this where, see, there's 4 little sections of stitching, and then you actually cut them out. When I was stitching them, I did not think that when I cut in between here, that any stitches that went across that bare area were going to be cut in half. And so I stitched the 4 flowers, and by the time I realized it, I cut all this stuff out. I didn't have any paper to restitch them. Not that it would have made a difference, because honestly, I don't know that I would have been willing to like stitch each one of these little corners separately. So what I ended up doing is just taking like a clear craft glue and kind of painting the back of the paper with the craft glue and letting it dry. And then when I cut it out, hopefully that would keep the threads, hopefully it'll keep the threads down. So far I haven't had any issues putting it together, and now that it's going to be framed, I can't imagine it's going to come apart now. But that makes kind of a nice 3-dimensional shape. So this bonnet, you can see right here is that memory thread. I have it in white and then also pink right here. That's actually really fun to work with. I am not a crafty person at all, but I really think it adds some kind of cute touches. This is like a wide ribbon as well. And you can see this is that memory thread as well. You made the little roses with it. And then these are little separate flowers that you kind of glue on top as well. Those were really easy to make. These bows, the way I made these bows is I watched a YouTube video about how to make little bows using a fork. And it's a really easy method. So, and they're really cute. I actually did a double bow there. So this has some beading on it, some beading. I used, oops, sorry, let me come in this way. So these little tiny bows on the shoes, I actually used the inner tines of the fork so I could make them even smaller. And then the lamb, you cut all the pieces apart and then kind of glue them on top. And then the, that little bow is made with the memory thread as well, memory thread. And I use the same technique using the fork. And then all of the clothespins come with the pattern. So if you order the pattern, which I'm sorry, I meant to say is Brooke's Books. if you order the pattern, it's going to come with the pattern, of course, and the perforated paper and the clothespins. And I think that was all that came with. And then they have a supply list for everything else. I ordered all of the special threads and the beads off of 123 Stitch. And then the DMC I just had in my collection. So, but I think it turned out really, really well. And it is ready to go. So I'm going to take that to Florida with me. Get it in. Okay, so I'll fix that later. So the second thing I worked on, I have to find it here. So once I got that done, I was kind of excited to keep stitching. So we had a girl in our office who had a baby as well, baby girl. And I was not gonna stitch another one of those things for somebody in my office, but I did make her a little ornament. And this is one of the Mill Hill kits, very easy to do. Comes with everything. I really like the Mill Hill ornament kits and other types of, you know, all the Mill Hill stuff. Because it really comes with everything you need, like in a little resealable package. All you need is a pair of scissors. You can stick it in your purse. You don't need a Q-snap. I mean, they're just like really the simplest things to take with you. So I did that. It actually came as a magnet, and they always have extra beads, so I just took the extra beads and turned it into an ornament. Because I thought it would be used better. So then, after I did that, I was not ready to pull out another big project. So I went through just stuff that I would be smaller, and I'm taking it off the Q-Step now. It was kind of smaller projects that I could just get done. And so this was probably my next smallest one, other than more Mill Hill kits, which I like them, but you don't want to be constantly doing Mill Hill kits. So I think last time you saw this is Clouds Factory mini solar system. So I think last time you saw this, I think I had these 3 done in the middle. Where am I going? So Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, I had them done. So as you can see, the only one that is not done is Jupiter. I am going to put Jupiter on here, but when I was showing the picture to my husband, who is an astrophotographer, he did not like the colors. Did I say Jupiter? I meant Pluto. If I didn't say, Pluto is the one that's not on here, over here. Anyway, I don't remember what I said, but this is all going, mistakes and all. But Pluto is not on here because my husband did not like the colors that were chosen. It was like a blue and then like a grayish blue. I think those were the 2 colors. And when you look at pictures of Pluto, it's actually like a rust colored red, and then more of just a gray, and then there's like almost like a heart shape that's like a taupe color. So I'm looking for a good rust color red to change the blue to that red, and then I will get that done. Right now the sun is the only one with the eyes and the writing. I just think it's so cute when they have the eyes. So this will probably get done. I can probably get this done by the end of the weekend. So that is everything I have worked on since my stitchy bug came back. So I am leaving for a week next Saturday. I'll be going back down to Florida. So I think what I'm going to bring down with me is and I haven't worked on this in a while. This is supposed to be done for the wedding that's taking place in a week, 2 weeks. Obviously, these aren't going to be done for that, but I'm going to take this down with me because they're not a surprise. She knows she's getting them. And it's just easy to take kind of one project with me rather than multiple projects. So these are the bride's tree ornaments, also by Brooke's Books. So I'm going to take these down. So Santa Claus, I'm pretty sure is completely finished. And then the bird in the nest is finished, and then this fish is finished. So my goals, probably as I work on it over the week that I'm down there, will be to finish this pine cone and maybe get at least one more ornament done. I'm going to be doing a lot of wedding stuff too, but I like to stitch on the airplane, so I'll probably do that. And then I'm going to try to start some type of rotation where I do like maybe a week of a smaller type project, and then alternate that with a week of one of my bigger projects. So the only real big project I have going on right now, and I don't think you've probably seen this since like my first video, maybe my first or second, but this is the Haid that I'm doing for my daughter, and that does not look like anything right now, but this is the center page, the center, and then the page next to it of Butterfly Effect. I don't have, maybe I can get a picture of it. It's the one where you see the back of the girl's head and then it has all the butterflies. It's mostly in like shades of like gray. I'll see if I can pull it up. An image of it. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Well, unfortunately, I can't make it any bigger, but that is what the picture looks like. My daughter fell in love with that, so I am going to work on this. So I think I'm going to alternate a week of working on this with a week of a smaller project. I have a few of those I can do and then go back to that. My other daughter also has a a Hay design that she likes as well. But since I'm not working on that anytime soon, I'm not gonna try to find it. I don't even remember the name of it. I just know it's like a fluffy kitten that's holding a butterfly or something. It's very cutesy. Not my kind of thing, but I told her she could pick whatever she wanted and I'd stitch it for her. So yeah, it's like a big fluffy kitten I think he's holding a butterfly. I'm not sure. So you've seen what I have worked on so far, what I've finished, my plans for the next couple of weeks. I definitely won't be making a video probably for the next couple weeks because this week is just, well, I don't need to make a video this week. This is my video this week. And then next week I'll be at the wedding. And then probably a week of, catching up. And then I'll probably do another video. So it'll be like 3 or 4 weeks away. So, haul, I don't think I've actually bought anything other than, I think I might have bought like one Mill Hill kit because I had to order some threads from 123 Stitch, so I may have thrown in like a Mill Hill kit, but I'm not going to go find that to dig it out for you. And I honestly think, and I got one of those tacky bobs, the little, that looks like a mini CD case that your beads go in, so that it'd make easier to do like beaded projects on the go. So that's all I got. I mean, there's really nothing for you to see. So stitching done, haul done. This is going actually quicker than I thought it was. So people that I have been binge watching lately. Sorry if I seem more subdued. I feel like I'm like really calm and boring, but it's kind of awkward because my family's here, kind of coming in and out of the house. So it's not as easy to do when people are hearing you. So anyway, people I've been binge watching. I've obviously, been watching the latest videos of my regular people when they put out videos, but I wrote them down. So I found a Stitch in Time. I didn't write her name down. Is it Danielle? Maybe Danielle. I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names of people that I talk to on a daily basis. People that I see on a daily basis, I will like randomly forget their names. I don't know if that's some sort of disorder, but like I can know you for years and look at you and then be like, oh, I forgot your name. I just know her channel name is A Stitch in Time. I don't know how I found her, but I did, and binge watched like all of her videos. I don't think she has very many. And then she, I think prior to her last video she posted, had just had a baby. So we'll forgive her if her videos come a little bit further apart. But anyway, as I was watching her videos, she mentioned her best friend, Stitcherista. And so of course after I binge watched her, I went and pulled up Stitcherista. And when I pulled up Stitcherista, I found out that when I was talking to you on my last video about people that I was binge watching or that I was liking their videos, I mentioned that there was, that I was watching a video that I really liked. The lady was blonde. She was in her office. She had a bunch of cross stitching hanging on her walls, and I couldn't remember her name or channel name. So yeah, that's her. And you know what? Pulling her up a second time, I love her even more. She, I love watching her videos. I literally will just laugh out loud. I mean, she's hilarious, and I mean, she cracks me up. I really like watching her videos. I think I'm on the last one though. And then I don't know if she was the one that mentioned these other two or was somebody else. But I think it was her, had mentioned a male stitcher by the name of Blitz Stitch, B-L-I-T Stitch. And so then it's just like, the nice thing about when you do shout outs on your videos is that I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me go to that channel. And then I watch all their videos. So I really like it when somebody does shout outs on their videos, because it gives me even more people to watch, which means I get less stuff done, but I don't care because it's entertaining. So Blitz Stitched, I have watched all of his videos. He just did a new one where he went through his diagonal parking technique. I have not started doing any sort of formal parking yet. And I may try it. I don't know. I don't use scroll rods or anything like that. All I have is my Q-snaps, because when I stitch in a big, like, it's not a recliner chair, but it's a big fluffy chair with an ottoman. And so I'm essentially like laying back and stitching. So I just don't know that one of those would work. So I'm not sure that I would ever park, but it was informative anyway to watch that video. So I watched his videos, and then I think Stitcherisa also mentioned a stitcher by the name of Miska Cat, Miskacat. So I think I have watched all of her videos except for maybe like the second half of the last one. And I've really liked her videos as well. I've just liked watching them. So those are the ones I have been binge watching lately, and then kind of going back, and when my favorite people post their newest video, I watch those as well. I did, when I was preparing to do this video, was going through my Facebook, was going through, Facebook postings. And I actually was really sad to find out Jessica from Jessica Marie Does Stuff, who is one of my favorites. I love watching her videos. She had posted on Stitch Mania that she was going to be stepping away from social media, mostly YouTube. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm guessing that some trolls out there decided to be jerks. I'm going to use my clean language because my kids are home, but it's sad, that when you have people who really enjoy doing this and posting it, and you really enjoy watching their stuff, and then, they feel like they can't do it because there's jerks out there. I mean, I have to say, so far, everybody's been really nice on my page, but I mean, I don't have 1,000, 2,000 subscribers like, some people have. So obviously less people are watching my videos, so less people are going to make mean comments on my videos. And I don't think anybody in our community would be like that, but it's just, you feel bad for people. So, I mean, I have a pretty thick skin, but it's only because I've worked in environments where you have to get a thick skin. You work in environments like the operating room. Surgeons aren't gentle people. Or the emergency room, where patients aren't gentle people. But I mean, not everybody has a thick skin, and I don't think everybody should have a thick skin. I think sensitivity and, being sensitive and emotional is a good thing. I mean, not all of us should be jaded, and it's just, I don't know. It's just frustrating. I feel bad because, you watch videos on YouTube and especially the Flosstube community, and you feel like you know people. Like, I've never met Jessica before. I'll probably never meet her in my life, but I really like her. I like her videos, and I think she's sweet, and I think we would get along. And same with Stitcherista. I think she's hilarious, and I totally can imagine going out on a Saturday night and having girls' night out and totally getting drunk. Leave my kids at home. But I mean, it's just when you watch people, kind of share their lives with you and share things they love to do with you, they are, they're making themselves vulnerable. And I think that's a good thing. But I can see why if you, received nasty, hateful comments, then you wouldn't want to do that anymore. So hopefully she'll come back. I really like her. I really like her videos. So I'm hoping she comes back. Because I think our community is really supportive. That was kind of a ramble. I didn't plan that, but I don't plan really anything on my, like, this is the extent of my notes right here. A few names of a few Flosstubers is literally my entire notes for this video, which is why my videos are the way they are. So I am probably gonna stop now at this point, just because if I keep talking, it's just gonna be more word vomit. But I will plan to catch up in 3 to 4 weeks. I'm hoping to have a lot more stitching done. My stitchy bug has seemed to come back with a vengeance. So now, of course, all I want to do is stitch, which I can't. I gotta do more. We're kind of in the process of organizing our house. We've lived here for just over a year now, and I don't know about you, but I mean, I don't move all that often. I think this is only the third house we've lived in as a married couple. And so when you move in, your goal is just like get stuff put away, just out of sight, no boxes, no everything, get stuff put away. And now that we've been here for a year, it's like my husband took everything out of the kitchen cupboards and organized it the way we use our kitchen. Instead of just having things put away, it's like, okay, well, now that we've been here for a year, we know that this doesn't work over here, this doesn't work over here. So he did that for me, and we're gutting our closets, and not gutting our closets as in like tearing them apart, but getting rid of clothes that we haven't worn in 2 years, and books and just stuff. So we do have to do that just to get that done. So anyway, see, I told you if I keep talking, it's just going to be word vomit, just keeping going. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. See you later.